Wet weather expected to move into the Bay Area a little later, but it has not fazed these 49ers fans who have filled up Levi's Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 10 more there and another first down. The Niners are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Fields. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Off play action. Fields. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
To throw is Fields. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bring it up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Fields sliding out of the pocket. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Justin Fields, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Wright. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Hit and dropped behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's Willis. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll run for it. Here's Wright. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Play action. It's Fields. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. That's into the hands of the rookie from Ole Miss. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Dolphins nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. In motion, that's Tolbert. Willis. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
To throw, here's Willis. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 70 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38.
On play action, Fields.
Flush to his right. This is caught by Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
49ers are counting on Mike Evans to be that valuable veteran who gives them big-time production. Remember, his first 11 years in the league, over 1,000 yards receiving each season.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Fields.
He's got it. Touchdown for Evans.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0. Piñeiro now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll run on 1st down with Wright.
And he stopped immediately there.
And there defensively was Jack Jones.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
2nd and 10. Willis looking to throw it.
He finds Douglas complete.
Willis's pass.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
That's complete. It's Bell.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Nice throw outside the numbers to pick up the 1st down. It goes down the stat sheet as a short throw, but takes a lot of arm strength to throw it out wide on time. And he made it look easy.
A give up the middle to Wright.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. Willis looking to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Back to throw, Willis.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Willis.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on fourth down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
And he'll just get rid of it.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They'll work the middle here with Wright.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
3rd and 12. Now Willis to throw. That's taken in by Dulcich.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Willis will look to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Willis out of the gun.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Right back to the air again with Willis.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
It's 4th down and goal.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Pinheiro to kick off for San Francisco.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Now Willis to throw. And that was going to be off target and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Willis.
Goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
4th down, Willis.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Flushed out right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
They'll give this to Wright, running right.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback. And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now from the gun, here's Willis.
Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now Willis.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
To throw, here's Willis.
Here's a diving catch right side. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Gain on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
Back to throw, Willis.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. Now he's free at the 35.
Touchdown, 49ers!
Ricky Pearsall.
82 yards.
And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Is good.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Piñeiro to kick off for San Francisco.
Piñeiro now to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Dolphins take over.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now Willis.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
From the gun, here's Willis. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Willis on 4th down.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. Yeah, maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, son. Move for big.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And this is up and good from Pinheiro. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Willis. It's caught. Tolbert. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
38-yard line.
To throw, here's Willis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Willis, got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap, been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made this statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half the adjustment.
Get ready.